Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Emerge Podcast. We've got another returning guest, Scotty McLaughlin. How you doing, Scotty?
All good, all good.
Thanks for coming back on, mate.
Hello, mate. It's good day. Very good day.
Pleasure. I told you to be back on, didn't I?
You did.
This is the stories that we've all wanted to hear after we talk about the current football events.
Aye. Oh, you did, mate. You did promise us the best stories, didn't you?
The bestest.
Just get the shite out of the way, and then we'll get the real stuff.
Aye. I say they keep people hanging on.
Aye. Right, Scotland are really, really good, and then really, really shite. So, right, Scotty, stories.
Aye. Just was good.
Just while it's fresh in my mind, I've just watched the Celtic game. So, obviously, we're recording tonight, Thursday the 26th. Celtic just get pumped again off Sparta Prague, away from home, 4-1. That's a double 4-1. So, we've lost 8-2 on aggregate. Not even though, if it was aggregate, still over 2 legs. So, I'm absolutely bailing, obviously. Ken, did you watch it, no?
Aye.
Did you?
I knew you were going to talk about it. Aye. I'd done my bit of homework that was meant to do, so that was good.
Right, okay. Well, ask the expert.
Aye, that's what I was going to say there. I was pass it to Scotty. Did you watch it, Scotty? Aye.
Did you watch?
Yes, that's amazing.
How was it running?
Committed to me.
Aye. You're probably better than that anyway, mate, because they were stinking.
Did myself a favour.
100%. So, nobody would give.
What are you saying?
Just not talk about Celtic anymore.
No, I will briefly talk about them because I'm raging, but probably best to ask this, obviously, Scotty, see when it comes to this sort of the way they've been performing, a lot of the blame is obviously on the manager. See, obviously, playing professional level, how much it is a manager and how much it is the players?
Obviously, the manager's going to take responsibility, right? Because he's the team that says players and that. But players can't just look at the manager and say, "Oh, it was him." Players need to step up and get the finger out. Do you know what I mean? I've been there myself. I've been there myself. See, when you're struggling in that, right? You feel pure drained. You feel unfit. You feel as if nothing can go right? But you need to have that kind of personal pride. You can't just go, "Oh, it's the manager. If they're going to, no, I'm not saying Celtic are doing that, but if people are thinking that's what it is, then everybody kind of has got to share the blame. But the buck will stop with the manager, and it will end up costing the job if it keeps on going last.
They did mention that, didn't they? You wouldn't have heard any of it, Gav, would you have?
The after interview? No, I never seen it.
No. During the game, the boy was commentating. He was like, "These players, they can't keep looking about, looking to the left, looking to the right. They need to look at themselves because they're on the park playing football." The first 5 minutes of the first half and the first 10 minutes of the second half, were really good.
Mate, up until the goal, obviously Edouard scored, but then afterwards, see the first goal you conceded, Scotty. You obviously probably see the highlights, or if you've not already seen them, but the first goal Celtic conceded was a ball coming from the right hand side, right, and it's pretty much along the run, and every player, I think it was Ayer and Julian, kind of made a bit of an effort to get there, but they just kind of hold back and think, "Oh right, Scott Bain will come for it. Keeper will come for it." It's no, for me, it was nowhere near the keeper. So I don't know why they're making these decisions, but I just feel like every game defensively they're fucking hopeless, man. I don't know what it is, because last year we had Ayer and Julian as well, and it was the best defensive partnership in the league. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Evidently, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's a mentality thing or whether you never know what happens behind the scenes as well. Because Scotty, you'll know yourself that at that level as well, you know, even at my level, like an amateur level, if you're not quite keen on a manager or whatever, sometimes you're half-assing it, and I wonder if that is the thing, but I hope not. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's hard to see because everybody's kind of speculating, but they might all really like the manager. They might. No, you don't really know. Everybody's just kind of speculating. So you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But I have been there, seeing myself when you're going through a rough time and you have maybe been good defensively, right? And then you start losing goals and start getting a bit of stick. You feel as if, these simple headers and simple jumps or simple blocks, it feels as if you just can't do it. It's like sometimes
a block.
Your body knows what it wants to do, but it'll just doesn't do it because you're having a kind of rough time. And that can happen for defenders, midfield, strikers here. Even strikers will go through a spell when they can't
hit
the
back of the net. That's 21 goals in 9 games? Celtic have conceded?
Must be there, aye. Well, that's 8 goals against Sparta Prague alone. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's weird how their confidence has just went. It's not as if there's been any reason. There's no as if they've...
Maybe it's pressure, mate. I don't know what it is. But one thing that Kenny mentioned to me, this was back, I think it was like, there was only about 2 or 3 games played, Kenny, and you had kind of asked me about how I think the league's going to go.
He'll win the league.
He'll win the league, right? And I'm a big Celtic fan, but just for the way I seen the start of the league, I said Rangers, right? And it fucking pains me to say it, but see when you look at them playing, you look at Celtic playing, when you compare the two, it's just night and day right now. And that's not to say that there won't be a turning point, because you look at the last year as well, came in January. Rangers fucking, what was that, like 6 games in a row? They dropped about, I don't know, 7 or 8 points or something like that. So it can happen again, but it's not looking likely. You know what I mean? And
Benfica 1-0 now.
Are they? There you go. You know what I mean? That's the difference. But sorry,
frightening. Every level, we're the best. We're the best. I'm pure Rangers daft, me, man. All the Rangers.
Aye. Rangers daft, but can't name 11 Rangers players. But there you go.
I could if you wanted me. I'd just Google it now.
But it's more. I seen Lennon come out. I think it was 2 days ago when the Green Brigade put up that banner at Parkhead. Did you see it?
No, what was it?
So they basically put up saying, like, Neil Lennon, your time's up, kind of thing. Like, the best thing to do is leave. Along the lines, I can't remember word for word, but it was along those lines. But I just think, like, I love Neil Lennon, so I'm always gonna kind of back him to a certain degree. But my problem is, see all these people who want Neil Lennon out. Who would you bring in? Who's available? Do you know what I mean?
See, but you always get somebody to manage Celtic, but Gav, not
who's the guy for
Eddie? I've heard a few people say that. I've seen Eddie Howe's mentioned, but I've seen a few people say that, like, who are you going to bring in? At Celtic, you'll always get a good standard of manager that would want that job. Do you know what I mean?
It's just about whether they're available, whether Celtic can afford to pay them out their current contract at that club.
Aye. But I've seen a load of people always say that. But that's mainly, like, see people who back Lennon, that's what they'll say is, like, who are you going to replace him with? There's always somebody out there that wants to go to.
You're right.
Yeah, right, aye. I just like Lennon.
Just whether they're good, whether they fit the club in it. You need to remember Celtic's league form, right? So last year they didn't lose a game. Was it the year before?
That was the year before. It was Invincible season.
Year before.
Rodgers, first year under Rodgers.
Right, so didn't lose a game, and then obviously last season 2 seconds to this loads. They lost 1 game.
Aye. And
then obviously this season, things are going picture perfect with what they normally are now, but Lennon's done well. Like, he's only done pretty poor in Europe.
But that's the thing, like Brendan Rodgers. I remember watching Celtic under Brendan Rodgers in Europe, and they were fucking woeful most of the time.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
And he's only lost 1 game this season, so most of the games he's lost are.
The difference this season, I'd probably, Scott, I don't know if you agree, but the difference this season is because Rangers are pushing and they're performing. Last season they weren't as strong. Do you know what I mean? They're building now, and the pressure's on us this season because it's a big season. It's a Big Ten, and they're going to put every pressure on us. And by the way they started, it's a hill to climb now.
Still watch a lot of the football, Scotty. Just to watch a lot of it.
I still watch it. I watch loads of it, but Celtic have been piss poor, I think, this year.
They're not worth watching, man. Watch Rangers. Okay.
I'll just kick it. Right.
No, you should, mate. You should.
They were grinding out results and all that, and papering over the cracks we are, but the performances have been pish so far.
Aye.
No, they have. But anyway, enough about that shite. So, on to more serious matters. Scott, you've retired, man.
Yes.
How's it been for you?
This is as serious as it gets.
After I spoke to you, I was like, right, I've had enough. I've hit
You've peaked.
It's time to fucking retire.
It's peaked.
So, first of all, how hard a decision was it?
It was an easy decision, to be honest with you. During lockdown and that, I didn't miss football, so I thought, what's the point of keeping going with something you're enjoying? well, I did enjoy it obviously when I played, but I didn't miss it. And now when I hear boys can't get showers now after training, can't get showers after.
Oh man,
turning up with your kit on.
Jumping in your motor, pure stinking.
I think I've got
rubbing a baby wipe out yourself and that to get back in the motor.
And it means your agent work as well. It means I can go and network more when you're all doing and all that. I don't want to have any regrets with that. Like, I could have been at training the night and there could be a game on somewhere and I want to go and watch a player, or even just be at the game and network and speak to some people. So I said, I don't have any regrets that way. So
that's good, mate. That's good. You hang on.
I know, you look good. You look retirement suits you, man. Just around 15 5Ks and, a day.
I would rather date my terms, not mean, rather than having it forced upon me. Like,
aye.
Not mean. So, aye.
But Kenny set yourself a challenge for when you were coming back on.
I've not done it.
Has he not done it? Oh, mate.
No.
So, Kenny said he was going to either run a 5K, or he was going to run 2 days at 2.5K to make a 5K, or he was going to run 5 days, 1K.
1K a day.
He wanted to get...
Currently at 0K. That's from it.
Kenny, don't worry, mate. I've ran enough for the lot of it.
For the frees, aye. I done a workout today, but I did do a workout. So
did you, mate?
Aye. So I mean, it wasn't running, it was just all sorts of just skipping, burpees, press ups, kettlebell swings.
Makes me sick even thinking about it. I've not done a workout since April or something.
You look at me? No, I'm kidding, man. I'm not being nice to you.
It's the beard, mate. It just makes me look fatter.
I don't know, it's spicy.
Anyway.
So what's the current E in the 5K for you, Scotty?
17, 12.
Right, man. I couldn't drive my car 5K in that time, man. That's unbelievable, man.
That is mental.
How do you feel? How do you feel if you do that kind of time? Are you pure gassed? Like you're like, that was really, really tough for you.
I mean, I swear to God, like for maybe 5-10 seconds, kind of stop and put a puff a wee bit, and then I just kind of walked to the end of the wee bit of my street. I walked to the end of my street and back in the house. I'm all right.
Magic, man. I can't even imagine running that kind of time.
I said to you before, but I've just trained my body to kind of
aye.
cope. Yeah.
What's speed?
3:29.
3 mile. What's the average speed?
See, like my average thing, my average.
Your average pace per kilometre.
Average pace per kilometre is 3:20.
How do you work out the speed? How do you work out the speed? Like the actual speed that you're running at?
I've got it somewhere like where it would be in a treadmill.
Aye. I mean, you don't need to hunt for it, but if you got it right there, because that must be so fast. How long are your legs? I've got massively long legs.
I don't really have massive long legs, but I've got a good stride.
Since the last time Scotty was on, he's went through 18 pairs of running shoes.
By the way, no joke, I had to get a new pair because I've ran the soles right out of two good pairs.
I bet you would have, man. I knew it. It's like a car.
Absolutely be honest. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, tell them.
Aye.
Use a bell.
Speaking of sponsors, Gav, we've got one, haven't we?
We have got one, mate. Sphere McDonald Hodge Media. He's our first sponsor for the podcast. All media, photo restoration, event, videography.
Level 17.2 in a treadmill, there you go.
17.2 kilometres per hour. That's what it works out then.
For 17 minutes, 27 seconds.
That gives me the absolute fear. That's
a sprint. That is a sprint for me.
Especially for me, like Kenny and Scott, you do as well. Like I've got the smallest legs in the world.
Oh, they're lovely legs, though.
They're tiny. Legs. My stride is so short. That's why people think I look faster than I am. I've just got really small legs and it just looks like I'm running. You're fast.
That's some pace, man.
Mate, well, here's the thing. Somebody who's also a good runner, Diego Maradona, man. What'd you make of that?
Oh, my hero,
man.
I seen that, Scotty. You said that was one of your heroes, eh?
Him and Paul McStay were my two heroes. Like when I was wee, I was all left fit and that, right? So Maradona was like my absolute. I just ran about the street. The kid known it was Maradona. Honestly, Just like, he's maybe too young to properly see him, but he was just
in the highlights and stuff like
that. Oh my god! Like he is a genius and all that. He was a proper genius. Like he's the best. He is the best I've ever seen. See, like Messi is the closest I've seen him. But even years and years ago, when my wee boy was getting into football and he was talking about Messi, I always said to him, there was a better player than Messi, man. He said Maradona. And that was always said.
That's amazing. I obviously played against Scotland. Did you see the paper? The paper came out and said like they had like a picture of 5 Scottish players chasing him. Nobody could get near him. And it says like chasing Maradona. Kenny Dalglish saying, "Who's this wee shite? Kick him." And somebody said before the game kicked off, I felt sorry for the wee RJ, the wee tiny boy, the wee boy in the RJ shirt, till he began to tear us apart.
Aye. But he's like...
Did you see the picture he's hanging out at the window looking down Hope Street? No,
I've not seen that.
Oh, is that when he was his first appearance as manager?
No, this was that game 1999. He's like looking out Hope Street.
No, I've not seen that. No,
fucking hell, Hope Street. I just like, as you say, Scotty. I wasn't mine or Kenny's era. Like he was kind of. We started in the 70s, didn't he? And then into probably the 80s was his prime.
80s and 90s, late 80s and early 90s a bit. But I was always watching, even when I was getting older, I always watched videos. I had a documentary for years on video, and I used to watch it all the time, man. Just frightening how good he was, man.
My favourite video of him was the scene when he's warming up. And you just get a wee jolly. And you're like...
Mate, I've watched that. I've watched that about 5 times a day. Run about singing, life is life.
It's brilliant.
He keeps up the soap.
There's players like that, just like Ronaldinho was a bit like that, wasn't he? You see the videos of him. I know it's different generations, but there's just players of that generation that are just
that's probably for me. Like, so my idol growing up was Ronaldinho. So that's probably what Scotty's talking about with him. Like Ronaldinho for me was just, he loved football. He was just laughing all the time, and he was fucking just unbelievable with the ball. Like, and Maradona, like, it's all right to say Messi and Ronaldo and even R9, like all these players that have came through after him, like, but he was the first one. You see, when you look at it, and he had proper flair.
Flair's a good word.
You never seen a player like who had that kind of natural skill. Like, he was just. Remember, see the goal that he scored? He scored for Argentina, and then Messi scored a very identical goal. 15 or 20 years later. And
they pure compared it as if it was like Illuminati and all that, and it was just by chance.
Even the pitches that Maradona was playing on and all, man, they were fucking outfield, man, and he was still absolutely running the show.
It would have been his like anticipation, wasn't it? Like he was seeing where the ball's going to bounce because of the run of the gun, and just having that absolutely lightning fast reflexes to do it.
See these players who can like go out and it's no secret that Maradona was a bit of a party animal, wasn't he? He was a bit of a wild one. So see, imagine going out, like, see if I turn
imagine a night out with him.
Right. Oh, definitely. But if you imagine going to a Saturday morning and you've got, like, for example, for me on a Saturday morning, and you're hungover, there's no way you'd perform anywhere near. And this guy's probably been like full of everything. And he goes on a world stage and does it at that level.
I bet Scotty doesn't get hangovers either. I don't know what it feels like.
Exactly.
Then it does. Kenny, that was very well remembered.
Me, Diego on campus.
You and Big Diego like that. Come on, 1 minute, 3 o'clock, getting kicked out. No. Oh, Diego, we're playing Rangers tomorrow.
Get that tomato sauce when you eat, Diego.
We've got a lot of fun tomorrow, man. What we got to do? We're fine.
Wait, see that story?
See, like Diego Maradona, but like, I think he was like the first like proper like mega star. Like, even if you didn't really know about football,
you knew
Maradona was. Not I mean, I think him and maybe like George Best. He was apparently the same. Not I mean, like a proper superstar. Like, even if you didn't know football, you knew who George Best was. But I think Maradona was like made a kind of global thing, and sees people get older.
I appreciate him.
And they were always picking about fucking Maradona.
There's probably only maybe 3 players that you could, like, when you think of players who are, and it's funny because these players have been very troubled with like drinking, drugs and all that kind of stuff. But you think about Maradona, George Best, and Paul Gascoigne. Three of them have got one thing in common, and they're like phenomenal. Gascoigne, I don't know if you would put him in that category, but he was a tremendous player. Unbelievable.
Aye, no, he was well known everywhere, but wasn't he?
Aye.
Do you see he's helping find a wee boy that's went missing? He put a kind of come home video.
Oh, did he?
In the news. Aye. I don't know where the boy's missing fae, but guys came and helped get a wee video on that.
I was talking to
somebody in your 7-bedroom suite cave at your hotel using your.
No, it's at the same toilet next to me, mate.
Oh.
just somebody now. It's just somebody there, sorry.
Yeah, it's just been in there for about 15 minutes or so.
Why did they not shut the door?
Of course,
through. Can I come on, boys? It's big Andy Considine. Yes, sir.
Aye,
can
boogie. Comes out all dressed up. No, he's wee gear.
His gear and the idea, aye.
Aye.
Me Gab's taking him up the room, right?
Big time.
I've got a separate room for him later on, aye.
I love that wee tangent, man. That's the best thing that happened,
right? Scotty, we need to talk about that though. How good. So obviously the boys in open goal. I've started this big craze with Andy Considine and the song I Can Boogie.
Mm-hmm.
How amazing was it to watch it after the game when they're in the changing rooms?
Oh my! I mean, I was watching videos all night, like signing about Big Marcy and all that as well.
Aye,
brilliant, man.
Unbelievable.
But I think that was brilliant. See, especially the shitey year we've all had, right? And then for Scotland to do that, everybody kind of buzzing in Scotland.
Aye.
Again,
aye. And then
like,
out and get beat.
People who really maybe even, I know, but just being Scotland and it just bring you back down there. But Scotland, like, even people who are really interested in football, like my missus doesn't really bother with football, but she sat and watched the penalties and she could see she's getting a wee buzz that Scotland had actually done something. You know what I mean? So it's brilliant, man.
What's
big Andy Considine can boogie.
We'll hear about that in a wee 20 minutes. But all the years though, obviously it was the best kind of moment for us to date because everything's a bit shite now. But for next year when there might not be fans, like, come on, man.
It's got to be fans, man. Got to be fans. I'm hoping by that point.
Can you remember the 98 World Cup, right?
I wasn't into football too much then. No.
I can't remember it, Scotty. I was only about fucking 7 or something.
Fucking, I can remember running home from school when I was in like third year or something like that to go and watch the games.
What would that? I'm 32. What age are you, Scotty?
36, 37 in January.
I just football wasn't my thing then. I didn't really get into it.
So Scotty, you've got the one memory at least of Scotland get to a major tournament. So it was the Euros, wasn't it? Euro '98.
That was World Cup, mate. World Cup,
mate. Aye.
Oh, World Cup.
But I remember Scotland. I can remember Scotland qualifying for Italia '90. You know, they beat Costa Rica in the first game, 1-0. Right. Watched it in my house.
So what about the World Cup then? So when you ran home from school, you were in third year. What was the feelings like then? Who were some of the players actually that were playing then?
You'd like Tom Boyd, John Collins. Who else is in that team? Dan Jackson. Who else? Gary McAllister and all that. Gary McAllister, that was Euro '96 and all. You don't remember Euro '96 either.
No,
played England.
That, no.
And Gaza scored the goal and he flicked to Colin Hendry's.
Oh, I've seen the videos.
I don't remember.
Because I remember that and all. Gary McAllister missed a penalty. But you'd like McCoist and all that at that time as well. I mean, McCoist, I think McCoist made the '98 World Cup team.
Do they know?
I think he got left out. But guys like Kevin Gallagher and all that. Do you remember Kevin Gallagher?
I know who it is, aye.
Right, here's the lineup. Here's the lineup against Monaco. Oh, no, sorry, Morocco.
Monaco.
It was just
that was the third game you beat 3-0.
Correct. Paul Lambert, Christian Daly, Tom Boyd, Craig Burley, John Collins,
Jim Leighton,
Jackie McNamara, Jim Leighton. Aye.
Big fucking wonky legs.
Aye, Jim Leighton.
Somebody got a red card.
In his eyes.
Who got a red card, Scotty? Who got a red card?
Burley, wasn't it?
Yes. Lovely.
Good knowledge, yeah.
Lovely knowledge, man. Right, we played Brazil. First
big
game.
Tom Boyd, Tom Boyd scored an OG.
Tom Boy scored the OG. Who scored the goal for Scotland?
John Collins penalty.
Oh, frightening.
Fucking hell.
Frightening.
You're on point, isn't
Can
it?
you name, you could name more than 3 of the Brazil players, man. How did we only get beat 2-1?
They had some team. Who scored the first goal? Cesar Sampaio scored the first goal for them, didn't he?
It was, mate, aye.
Aye.
Oh,
Aye.
man, that
But we've not
memory
told
is-
everybody, is that we've already told Scotty what we're going to ask here. So
He's got to it, aye. Mate, you look good, boy.
Look, I'm sitting here with my Brazil cap on.
yes, I know, aye.
What a setup, man. What a setup. I was playing. At least we drew one each with Norway. That was good.
Fucking
Aye.
But aye, onto the Scotland game then, Scotty. Obviously, you did watch it because you were saying about your misses and stuff, but I want to say it's got to be the most watched Scottish game in the last 20 years.
No.
It's got to be, no?
No. It was the game we played Italy. Not long. It was about 10 years ago.
Oh, was that when
we nearly qualified? Because all the pubs were open.
That was not 2003, I think, or something like that?
I don't know. I remember being in the garage for it. And we had to beat.
I remember watching
it. To beat Italy or something.
Aye.
No, it was after 2000. It was late in 2003, I'm sure.
Was it 2005 maybe?
Maybe.
I wish I never brought that conversation up there, guys.
Right.
Sorry.
Right, can you get it up?
What we're right.
Scotland, Italy, 2000 something.
I think it's 2007.
2007 was it?
Yeah. Aye, they beat us 2-1.
That's right, aye.
That was just because we were so close to.
But surely,
qualifying.
I don't know.
No, this new. Aye, there's maybe a chance. The team was a lot better. Well, was that a lot better? Don't know.
What do you think about the team now, Scotty? So, see when you look at the individual players.
I think it's a team, mate. I think it's a proper team. I think everybody plays.
They're hard to beat, aren't they? They're really, really hard to beat. And that, like, it's mad to think that guys like James McLaughlin, Barry Ferguson, guys like that, Dan Fletcher, when they have played, are not going to have played. Snoddy is another man. Not going to have played in a final, and guys who are in the team now, who you win your class has been superstars, are going to go and play in a tournament. It's mad, isn't it?
Do you think that's something to do with the manager? Like Big Steve?
He's made them hard to beat, and he's made them they're no pick to watch, but they're really, really stuffy, and I said they are quite hard to play against, and they're quite well organised.
Definitely. But even for players that one standout for me, well, the biggest standout for me is Lyndon Dykes, man. I thought he's been absolutely outstanding. I think that's what we were missing for our Scotland team, was because for me, Ollie McBurney does the date for me. Just in my opinion, Griffiths hasn't been playing at all, so he wasn't really the main striker. But Lyndon Dykes has come in, but he's not just a big boy up front. Like, he wins the headers, he runs the channels, he does everything that you want to do. He holds the ball in. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's probably the biggest thing that's impacted this Scotland squad in previous years.
They've got a kind of focal point up front. I know what you mean.
Aye, definitely.
Would you know like about McBurney, Gav?
I just obviously, right, the boys got a 20 or 25 million pound move to Sheffield United. So he's obviously a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but what I'm saying is, like, when he gets the ball, if you compare him to Dykes, right? So before Dykes came into the team, Ollie McBurney was our main striker. He's not as big, he's not as physical as Dykes, so he doesn't put his cell about as much as Dykes does. But I also feel that he doesn't get in the right positions that Dykes does either. So, as I said, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but
just doesn't suit the way Scotland are looking to play now.
I don't think so.
That maybe.
Aye, that's probably a fair assessment, mate. Aye, but also I'm glad to see players like Declan Gallagher coming in as well. Stephen O'Donnell, like these players who are playing in the SPL, because it kind of helps Scottish football as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it always gets a bad name for whatever reason. Like, it's not as easy in the eye as English football or fucking Spanish football or whatever. But there's something about it.
Hey, Scotty, you have your opinion on Scottish football, and I'm trying to find.
No, I just think
something.
I just think there's something. There's a wee feel good factor about Scotland now, just because obviously we qualified, and you've got that focal point up front. I think when McBurney, seeing his defence, he's no an out-and-out goal scorer striker. He needs to be playing up front with somebody, not me, and do all the kind of donkey work and help out. He's not going to run in behind and get goals. That type of player. I don't think he's a one up front striker the way Scotland are going to play. Whereas I think if he was up there with somebody, he'd maybe have a chance. But I think guys like John McGinn and all that, they've been brilliant. Wee Robbo's different class, obviously, as well. Robbo gets a lot of stick when he comes to play with Scotland, which I just don't get. I mean, obviously, it's not. I mean, people expect him to run the game fifth back. It doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's part of the team. He turns up every single game. Doesn't shy away. Think, no, I'm playing with Liverpool, so I'll just leave this one out. He's there all the time. I know him as a boy. He's a brilliant guy as well. So brilliant to have a boy like that who's playing at such a high level. And in my opinion, he's the best left back in the world.
Oh, definitely.
In the world, Jenkinson definitely in the world.
Aye.
I would say so as well. Aye.
I don't think that's any best. See me watching with Liverpool. He's unplayable at times. Like just the way he does everything so sharp, and it's just. I think he's brilliant to watch.
Yeah, it's brilliant to watch. I think I agree with you, Scotty. I don't think
doesn't he look like a Scottish player.
Some of the stick that he gets is the guy's won the fucking Champions League. He's won the Premier League. And yet people are still only happy. Like you say, you can't dictate play from left back. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know. It's like they expect him to take the game by the scruff of the neck when he's playing at left back. It's like Geese piece.
Exactly.
Geese piece. Aye. What do you think about Scott McTominay?
I'm a fan.
I like McTominay. I like him.
I'm a fan.
He seems to have a lot of stick, doesn't he?
Aye, most of the stick comes to Cy Ferrell. But
I seen me Cy giving him a bit of stick, and I don't agree with him. Again, Cy's my mate, but I didn't agree with what he's talking about, because there's mate to just one midfielder in the way a midfielder should play, whereas McTominay's a good component in a midfield. Every team needs that type of player. Do you know what I mean? And I seen Cy was saying, "Oh, you try to tell me, man, you're going to win the league with Scott McTominay, right?" Liverpool with Stevie Gerrard, probably one of the best midfielders of the last 20 years. Liverpool didn't with Stevie Gerrard, you know what I mean? So it just shows you there's no guarantees. What's his name? Anderson won like 3 Premier Leagues. See if it was just Anderson himself, of course you wouldn't have got that all around. But Anderson was a good component in a Man United midfield. Dan Fletcher was another man. That's who Scott McTominay reminds me of, Dan Fletcher.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So he's got something. You wouldn't be Man United for nothing.
He wouldn't keep playing in that team.
Scott McTominay isn't the problem at Man U.
No.
If you get other players through, Scott McTominay will do the job. You know what I mean?
But that's what bothered me about that, because again, like, I love Cy Ferrell, I love Open Goal podcast, whatever, but I agreed with Andy Halliday when he was talking about, they mentioned like Paul Pogba, and you're like, well, what about him? Paul Pogba's a fucking...
Oh, well, he did.
No doubt, that's what I'm saying. He's an absolute world-day player, right? He's brilliant, but he doesn't give a fuck. His attitude's terrible. Do you know what I mean? So to blame bad results,
they gave him every chance. It's constantly.
Aye.
But it's every. But Pogba's world class. Pogba. That's all you hear.
Aye.
It's like, well, he needs to show it. Well, here's me, the dick, in my house.
He's Brazil tackle.
And he's trying to give Paul Pogba a bit. I mean,
remember, like, you need to go back and all the Leicester win the league when they had
Danny Drinkwater,
frightening players. Danny Drinkwater, but then I mean,
goes to Chelsea and gets
Nathan Dyer, we had Mahrez and N'Golo Kante. They had their midfield's actually quite good, wasn't it? You look back at it.
But again,
there's no one player's fault that Man U are not winning games.
Exactly, you can't just go, well, as long as he's in the team, they're not going to win a league. Whereas that's not the way it works.
Aye.
So how do you think we'll go on then? How do you think we'll go on against? Was it England, Czech Republic, and
Croatia?
Croatia. Aye. Fucking number 2.
How many points? How many points should we get?
Mate, I think
commit to our points. I think we'll draw against England.
Right, okay. Right, Kenny, how many points? How many points?
I think we'll get 5 points.
5 points, think so?
I think we'll get 5. Aye, 2 draws and a win.
Oof.
I don't think we'll get beat. Hard to beat, mate. Hard to beat.
Croatia.
As long as we've got a full squad. Croatia,
Mate, they got to the World Cup final.
I remember getting...
Mate, they were in the World Cup final.
I know,
Kenny, you're still fully it for last weekend, you mate. You're
I'm
on a
still fully
high.
it now. So what do you think then? Like, will you commit to this wee light, man? This light's just the other place, man.
Honestly,
pure fell out with me.
Scott, you go first, just in case mine's just fucking horrendous. So I'll just agree with you.
I think we'll get like 3 points.
I was going to say 2 or 3. So
Would you get 3 draws?
no, I was thinking,
unbeaten. Fuck it,
Just 3 draws.
unbeaten and get papped it.
Unbeaten. The only team ever.
I think we'll, if I've to get any points.
Remember, it's
What are you saying?
next year. It's
It's only like 5 months away, but you know,
No.
6 months away.
June, December, January, February, March, April,
7
June.
months.
7 months.
But what's going to happen between now and 7 months?
Croatia are currently, they're 9th. They've dropped a place. They were 8th. They've dropped a place. They're that bad, man.
They're a fucking gang. We'll do them.
Aye.
No,
They got beat off. That was 1992. That's no point in that. Anyway, that's Wikipedia. Scott, anytime you're on here, man, Wikipedia just does manies, man. I'm Gav last time.
I only sold them short about 250 appearances, weren't I?
It's fucking losing that.
How much running that would have been, man? How much running? It was just pure disregarded.
See, to be fair, see in my defence, Scotty, that wasn't even Wikipedia. That was Kenny. What was the one you sent me the night? It was the same website.
I don't know. Oh, I need to find that website because it was some mugshot of you, man.
Oh, Scotty, you've got a cracking picture of you, man.
Aye.
I don't. Will I show it? Aye, I might as well show it.
Aye, get it out.
Get it out. Yeah, it's there. Transfermarket.co.uk.
Aye,
It's not spelled properly.
That misses out like the start of my career, not by the way.
Aye, that's where I took your appearances for. I thought,
Is this your real picture? But can I zoom in? Don't let me zoom in. Is that your real?
That's a bouncer, isn't it?
That's some mugshot. That is at least 50 minutes in front of the mirror with that hair.
18-year-old.
Looking good.
Horn in the socket, just
right out the door. Just get in for the dancing. Like, hurry up, man.
me and Diego up Hope Street.
Aye.
Right, so
Right.
I've just got to talk about. I still want to talk about Scotland.
No, just keep talking about Scotland.
Aye, so obviously
boring.
Serbia game.
Done.
Back to the Serbia game, Scotty. So see when obviously a 1-0 up, right? 88th minute comes. Fucking header for the corner. Terrible defending for me. I get it was Scott McTominay, but what?
Did you see that? Why is he getting a game?
What is it?
Surely he said that McTominay's shite.
Oh, he is, aye.
You know. Oh, I can hear us now.
Oh, sorry, did I cut off there?
Do you think? No, you just froze. You froze a wee bit. Aye, you're right. Did you see that coming? I seen that goal coming. Balls in the box. Balls in the box.
100%. I was watching it. I was
Scotland did the most un-Scotland thing. They did the most un-Scotland thing and came back and won it. But
aye. They just. I feel as if there was any other way to do it. They couldn't have done it any other way. It had to be like how fucking ridiculous can we make this for us? Like how stupid can this really be? Take it to penalties. Last penalty. We'll do that, aye. Just do that. It's good.
Mate, I honestly, because I was up in Aberdeen when the game was on as well, so I was watching it in the bar. And
must be nice, eh?
Must be nice.
All right, Robert and Gav, fuck me.
Many houses have you got in Aberdeen, Gav?
Just a free, mate. Just a free.
Just free.
No. So I was watching in the bar, and the restaurant was absolutely dead. Right, it was nobody in it. It was me, the boy I was working with, and the waiter that was serving us. So obviously, we watched the final penalty. Big Marsh saves a penalty for Mitrovic, who, by the way, I'm not a big fan of, so I was even more happy with Mitrovic that he fucking missed it. But part of me was... What's that?
It's an odd guy to hate, Mitrovic, isn't it?
I just remember him.
People.
I remember him at Fulham, and he was a pure cocky bastard. I just didn't like him.
I think Mitrovic is alright.
You didn't watch football, fuck's sake.
Oh no, come on. He's no man.
But
equations, you know.
I was gutted that one that I was working. I was in a bar that I kind of work in a hotel. But two, that was no fans even in the bar. Do you know what I mean? It was just like we all started shouting yes, and then it was like, that's it.
I heard you were at that pub in Aberdeen. It was on the news.
Did you see it? It was mental, wasn't it?
Aye, the Draft Project. I heard you were there.
They're shut down now. But
I think that's the busiest the gym's been that night, just so people could watch your football.
probably, aye.
It was mobbed.
What was your reaction, Scotty? Did we, are you a jump up
Champagne.
and scream about?
Oh, I mean, I got the wee man up out his bed to watch it.
Did you?
Oh, brilliant.
Aye. We were sitting on the couch watching it, arm in arm, like the boys were at the halfway line. That was me and my wee man sitting on the couch, so we were absolutely...
That's class.
You nearly in tears? Were you a wee bit emotional? No.
Nah. But I just thought it was a good memory for me and the wee man.
Like, aye.
Got on the first time qualified in
his lifetime.
22 years, not mean, so you're like, well, that's a wee memory. Maybe Scotland will not qualify for however long after this, and at least me and my wee man can go out. Remember we watched that, seen Scotland qualify for Euro 2020, you know what I mean? So,
aye. He's going to get down the England game?
Going to try and get done.
You're going to take Si and go, any space in the boogie bus, man?
I'm never going to the boogie bus with
whilst we're talking about this, right, I'm going to screen share this because speaking of, you've not let me screen share. Let me screen share.
Right, on you go, mate.
Just because you've been mentioned a couple of times on the Open Goal podcast, boy.
Aye.
I think you'd be quite good in the boogie bus. Where is it? I hope you don't get into trouble for this, Kev. Hey, can you hear that? Aye.
No, we can't hear it, mate.
No.
Oh, that's me good for me screen sharing this, then, is it?
No, it's good. Kenny, you just narrate it for us.
Right, I'll narrate it, right? So, what they're doing is they're talking about their new sponsor, Diageo, right? And it's all about drink awareness and drink responsibly. And then they're talking about,
I fucking know
right, if you've all got this pal, we've all got this pal, haven't we? Who just is an absolute rip roarer. Aye. So Andy Hardy's talking about that level, and we've all got this pal, and he mentions a different boy.
Aye, we Gav Stokes, that's our Mara pal.
Scotty McLaughlin, right, that's you mentioned there, and then he's talking about you, and then Si's gone, right, shush, and he's just pure cut it off.
Aye.
And he's kind of like that. We can't talk about Scotty. So what's that all about? Why is Si not want to talk about you?
No, I think, see, Big Kev says to, it's him, it's Si, he says, no, it's him talking about Si, so then Si's like, no, I don't want to talk about yourself.
Right.
Oh, no, did he point across to Kev? Because I thought he's got to be with him. I think Scotty's got to be right up there with everybody. So
no,
Si's taking it.
Aye,
Scott,
so Kev said it was Si.
You played with Andy Hardy was coming up in Liviu when you were there, was it?
Aye. I've known Andy since he was a wee boy.
What was he like growing up? Because he's a bit of a player. Like, I'm not like, I know I'm a Celtic fan and stuff, but he had a good left foot in him.
Played at a really high level, aye.
He played for Rangers for what? 5-6 years, something like that.
He's one of the best boys you'll ever meet. Such a nice guy. I think Open Goals helped.
Aye.
I can't just see him as the Ranger guy had pure. Not mean I figured that they hated, but then seeing me watch someone Open Goal, seeing him, blah, he's a nice guy. But that's the Andy Hardy I always knew anyway. I knew he was a big Rangers fan, but I always
knew him as a good boy. Aye.
Always knew he was a good boy. I kind of looked after him when he was younger. He would always phone me for advice and things like that. And
so he is where he is because of you then, aye?
Exactly. There's another man. Him, Snoddy.
Diego.
Aye, I'm due every day. Aye, Diego, I showed him.
You'd have been fucking in silver with a paint on, aye.
So Andy, he says obviously that you've seen him go a few times now, and him and Barry are talking about when they were down the road at Blackpool and that. No, it wasn't Blackpool, where was it?
Aye, it was Blackpool.
Blackpool.
Aye. I'm in Big
Bob. Talking about night suit. Big Bob, man. It's Big SpongeBob, man. So, like, he was talking about a night out, so like when we'll get to night suit, because it's just we're at the nitty-gritty. What was your best night out ever apart from what was the man you told us last time?
Ketchup. Aye.
Pushing us
in. By the way, I've got a belter here, right?
Oh yes. I need to set up straight for this one.
We were in Newcastle a couple of years ago, right? And we'd been out all day in the Sunday. This was and all the Commander boys, see, but Big Steve Madonna, Big Boy Stuart Finlay, been the Scotland squads.
Aye.
Right, so they were in the same pub as us, right? So we'd be steaming all day, and one of the boys Kilmarnock was getting chucked out, so boys opened the fire exit, right, to try and get back in, but the bouncers were like, get that fucking door shut, right? So the boys pulled the door shut, pure shatter cell, right? So I just done that, pushed the door open again, right? The bouncer's like, get that fucking door shut. So I've just nudged it again, and the bouncer was like walking away. I've just done that with the big boy Stu Finlay. Stu Finlay, boom, out you go, papped him right out the pub. There you go, pulled the fire door shut, bouncer, pulled him away. See you later.
Tin pail, man.
There's another time in Newcastle, me and the boy, don't know if you've seen the picture, Gav, me and boy Michael Moffat and all, dressed up as wee old guys.
Aye, I did see that.
Mate, that
Dressed up as wee old guys.
That was in Newcastle, but
I didn't know you were dressed up, but...
Aye, that was that was about 10 years ago, right? And we'd been out all day on the Sunday, right? I had the kitty because I was the captain. And we went out in the morning, just getting on it. All the boys all want to get home and get changed and all that for showers and sleeps. So we're like, I'm not going anywhere. I was just sitting at watching the 4 o'clock game, drinking shots of tequila and all that. Just me and him, boy. Right, we ended up going to House of Smiths, and there was a private one, and it was sponsored by Red Bull. So any drink you got with Red Bull was free. Right, so we're like that. To the woman tell us, we're like, what? We're fucking blitzed at this time. So we're like, can we get 30 vodka Red Bulls? Woman was like that. So we're just thinking, should we go fuck off, take the piss? Woman just pulls out crates of Red, starts pouring hundreds and hundreds of drinks.
Oh, amazing.
Right? So we were going through every single, there was all these different kind of Red Bulls. You had like silver ones, red ones, blue ones,
all the colours.
Normal Red Bulls. Oh, right, so we were just left to our own devices. And it was like, just leave the two alone. So the bouncer was, comes up to us like, listen boys, you just need to leave. Oh my God, we've still got 10 of these 30 drinks left. Oh, fucking raging. So just went out to the bouncer. This would never happen in Glasgow. Like, can we finish these drinks? The bouncer's like, I ain't bother. Just pulled up a seat and sat in his.
Aye.
Legend. So we're just sitting, tanked up. And like, so we end up doing the last 10. We thought, bouncer's been brand new. Can we get that round in, mate? Bouncer's like, no, you need to go now. Because, you see, there's a boy Feast Fife, boy Kevin Smith, I played at Queen of the South. He's like that. So we're getting chucked out. All the boys have just left us. This boy Kevin Smith like that. I score you two are a disgrace. So I've gone like that to the bouncer. By the way, see him? He's 3 years and all. He got papped out with us. He got papped out the like, see you
horrible individual, man.
You couldn't believe it. He was devastated.
That's amazing.
Man.
Oh, I love moves like that.
So for about 10 in the morning till about 5 in the morning, me and Moff never went home. We had all the same clobber on. Kitty and a lot.
Oh, and then when were you training after that? When was your next training? When your next training day?
That was the Christmas do, so that didn't Sunday, we'd back in the Tuesday.
Fucking hell. If you, Shirley, when you hear back about like football, like 10, 20 years ago, there used to be like a Tuesday, Thursday club.
Aye.
We
went a Tuesday at a time. We used to go. Did you ever go to Trash that, Kenny?
No. I was quite a wee geek, man.
Trash ended up burnt down, but we went out every Tuesday. But the fellow SPL was in Trash the Tuesday night.
SPL?
Aye, it was like 75p a vodka.
Wow, man.
Everybody was just meant. Dwight York used to come up with TV Russell Latipi. The two of them are best mates.
And he actually,
used to come up all the time.
Dwight York?
Used to come up.
Was that when he was at Man U?
Aye. No, it was maybe Blackburn at the time.
The Blackburn.
Aye.
Him and Russell Latipi were mates. Did Russell Latipi play with York then?
Aye, they played international together.
Oh, right, okay.
I've looked dead confused.
That freezer.
It was 75p a vodka, right?
Tramps in
Big Marv.
Yeah, that's what you go for, 75p a vodka. Surely you should afford a pound.
Brilliant, mate. Big Marv, but didn't drink.
Big Marvin, he designated driver.
So, no, we were loving it. 75p a vodka, getting
absolutely
tanked up.
Aye.
Big Marv was like, yes, a pineapple juice. It was like £3. Don't get your
It'd be cheaper than a pint of vodka.
I know. Fucking raging.
Get a pint of apple juice. A pint. See what I do with a pint of apple juice?
Pineapple juice? Was even apple? Was it
Pineapple juice.
A pineapple? That's
Pineapple
not good
juice.
for you.
Or
The
tropical,
acids in
mate.
that erode your tongue, man. You shouldn't have got it. That's how he was always struggling with his knees, man.
Fucking Kenny getting all scientific here.
Aye.
Good for you.
But see that amount of nights out we had in Newcastle, like Christmas dues, man.
Was that
We
your
went
go-to?
That's just good for a night out, innit? You get your
Oh,
head
amazing.
friendly,
We went a couple of years ago as well, and we go one of the rooms in Euro Hostel, but we go on the one room.
I stayed
So
in
it was
that
like a
Euro
big
hostel
brother.
about 9 years ago.
Aye.
See the bar?
It's
the
actually
bar,
alright,
the
but
bar's
innit?
really
Like,
good,
nice
innit?
big bar.
Aye.
Mate, the bar's
I
unbelievable.
know, big pool tables and that.
Aye. So we stayed there. But we were on it was a big brother house, man. It was fucking carnage. The pool tables, even see boys try to play pool and you just got them, just smash all the balls in the pocket. Like, don't play pool. Don't play a pool. Hurry up.
You horrible man.
That's class. Which Scotty, you're quite pally with Slaney, yeah?
Aye.
Slaney. You must have some Slaney story, no?
That was in Newcastle that he. Have you ever seen the one with the story when he shaved his head? No.
Oh, you there?
Aye, I was there.
Fuck. Right, get it. Tell what was it? Just for anyone who heard it.
We were in the hotel with that. Your host was sitting in the bar. It was a Sunday, and Slaney's like, "Oh, getting pure edgy, right?" He's like, "Going to go in for a haircut." So, see, we Alan Forrest, James Forrest, we brought. He played with us at here. He's like, "Moan Forrest, moan, I'm going to get a haircut." So he went in, and he's like to the barber. He's like, "I'll give you 20 quid to cut my hair." Like, no bother. He's like, what do you want? He's like, "I want you to shave all here. But I want you to leave it all on the sides and all on the back." By the way, the barber's like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." He's like, "No, I'm giving you 20 quid. This is what I want." So he just looked like a wee old man. So he shaved it like right into the wood down there. And he was just left with the sides round there. And he was dressed up as a wee old guy, and also he actually just looked like a wee 70-year-old boy.
See if I can get a picture of this one, because it was fucking. I remember seeing the picture of it. There's one, he was in a white shirt. Was it this one? Was it this one?
Aye, that's the one.
That's brilliant.
Honestly, what a character Slaney is.
People expect that of him, but did people go, "It's just Slaney, absolute mucking"?
You did. You expected like something mad, but that was the maddest I'd ever seen, right? Because seeing the way home, me and wee Forrest were winding up all the way home, and he was digging his nails into his head, scratching on his head. And we stopped at the side and all the boys like went for a piss and all that. And there was a big massive field, right? And Slaney was just like looking. I mean, but eventually jumped back in the bus, right? And I was like, "Slaney, all right?" He's like, "I just wanted to go and run away into that field and just get lost."
He said that. He's talking about that not open goal, man. He said that not open goal. And so he's like,
Did he?
aye. He's like, I just didn't know what to do. Just can you believe it?
Honestly, see you're saying, would you be surprised? I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did do that and just ran away and just went, "Nah, fuck that."
He's funny as fuck, isn't he? He's absolutely mental.
Aye.
What a character.
See open goal, man. I think open goal's proper got him in a good place, man. Like,
He's brilliant.
But he's I know, like, as much as I love up and go and I love Sai, but see if Slaney's not on it, I find myself not watching it as much. But let's see if it's like Sai Ferry meets somebody else. I want to see Slaney. That's what you want to see, isn't it? It's just
Sai Ferry meets Slaney.
He's dynamite.
He's brilliant.
What other stories you got? What was your first night out at professional level? What was your first night out? And you're like, pure excited for this because I've never had like a big time night out.
I don't know, it's like Christmas dues and all that, but like, see, when I'm on the Christmas do or I'm on a night out, I'm in a fucking different level. I just love a carry on, just love winding folk up and all that, and just getting them to kind of breaking point, you know what I mean?
Just pushing people and just
just like pushing buttons and just to see them get them bite, get to that stage where they want to kick fuck it, and then you just laugh at them, go like, "I've got you, no bother, cheers."
Move on.
Aye.
So when your first big professional night out, when you went and done that, were you know the boy that was getting your buttons pushed?
No, I wouldn't say like that. I'm never. See if somebody wanted to wind me up, nobody. It wouldn't bother me. Like, I don't really get embarrassed or that. So I would just love to carry on. So, so I just
That's a
like.
good one, man. I thought you were going to say, our first night out, and I was like, you bit sketchy and
Nah,
worried and didn't want to make an ass of yourself, and you're like, fuck it, man.
nah, I've never been like that. Nah, I've never been like that. See, I've always just made an ass of myself and not give a fuck.
Aye. So, what night out did you have with Andy Halliday that made him know you're a pure legend in a night out?
We were on a stag do in Ibiza. One of your best mates, Matty Flynn, and it was just a pure carry on. But I knew Andy, I knew my mate Matty, and me, Scotty Allen was there. And I knew they three. See, the rest didn't have a clue who they were. So I turned up with my mate, kind of a day later, and so he turned up, and I was just like talking to all the boys. And my mate went up to the bar, right? I went up to the bar, and he came back, and I was telling a story to the boys, right? And all the boys started laughing. My mate started eating para. That we were laughing at him. He's went raging. But he's got me a drink, and I feel like, oh, cheers, Scotty, holding my Scud book, you know what I mean? Right? And he's went away raging. He's like, see, used to, me and my mate Matt, he's like, see, used to get together. That's what he's date all the time. We're like, oh, fucking shut up, calm down. But anyway, see that night, my mate came, I was winding him up. He got up, shook my hand. No, he shook Andy Halliday's hand, shook Scotty Allen's hand, shook Matty's hand, and my mate Stokesy. I'm like, that's been an hour now. I'm going up the road because I was winding him up for an hour. Went home, raging back to the hotel. So
Fuck's sake.
He at like 4 a.m. We were either going to go to a club, and I says, nah, fuck that. We'll go back. We'll see how me and man will slaughter for us. So kind of wound Aggie up for a wee while, and then in the morning went and bought my bottle of wine. I was like, there you go, Aggie up. I stopped winding you up yesterday, right? So I've messaged every day, come up to my room, we'll have a right good laugh, boys. And see every day walked into my room in the morning, and I was like, just pointing at my head, like, sorry about him last night, boys. Sorry about him. He was pathetic. How's every day for his behaviour?
That story.
How did he react to that? Was he fucking... Did he take it well?
He took that well, but he was obviously raging, but I couldn't even fuck.
I've missed a wee bit of that story, but just my stupid on it. I love the whole leaning in, like that way you lean into a joke that much. You turn it around something. Sorry about him. Well, I'm going to keep that.
Like, sorry about him last night. Sorry about him.
That's a pure ultimate kick in the balls, because
we went to Ocean Beach, but
Ocean Beach, big time. Ocean Beach big time, innit?
That day. Well, I had a pair of my Adidas flip-flops that I wear to football training. And my squad number on it, Everton. Pair of night shorts and a polo shirt that I just woke up and put on. All these boys jumping about in matching onesies and all that. Right, so we were waiting to get into that Ocean Beach, right? And all the boys are like waiting about. Boys like, I just disappeared. Went over to the wee shop, bought a full cargo for everybody. We were standing ready to get in. They were already ready to spend fucking whatever it was on a table. They're sitting outside slugging cans of beer to pour them in. But you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Went in. Was winding up Higgy. Ended up, I climbed on top of a speaker. Got chucked to it. Right? Got chucked to it. Right? Pure strict at Ocean Beach, right? Got chucked to it, and boys like, well, that's Scotty away. About 10 minutes later, I came swagging in with a can of lager. Boys like, I'm sure that's Scotty back. I don't know how I've managed to, but I've just been bold as brass and just went, I'll just chance it, just try and get back in. Walk straight back in again.
Do you know who I'm at?
Just came straight, but then I get chucked back out again, right? The woman's listening to me. See you. You're not getting back in again. I was like, don't want back in. It's fucking shite anyway. Went up to the strip myself.
Love that.
Oh,
Don't even want
brilliant,
you're don't even want in your dancing anyway.
I feel as if,
Whatever it is, pub, day pub.
especially now, maybe a bit different back when you were playing, Scotty, but I feel as if, like, when players used to go away, see the end of season, like in the summer, do you think because of not being able to do anything really properly for that length of time that they just have a big fucking blowout and they just go mental?
Like, maybe they used to think give a fuck who I was, but like, I know what you mean to like bigger players. It's a shame, see, because everyone's on social media, they can't do anything. Like, see if boys are steaming or like that. It's like, fucking get in peace, man.
Aye.
They're having a wee bev like the rest of us, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like,
remember
the
whole thing with Harry Maguire during the summer there when he got fucking he got jailed, didn't he? I don't know what happened. He punched somebody or he was fighting with somebody or something like that. But nobody knows the circumstances and all. Do you know what I mean?
Most players about kind of when I was younger, they tell you the same about that. See if they knew half the stuff that you done, if you'd film half the stuff that you done back then.
Aye.
It was just carnage, you know what I mean? You just didn't give a fuck.
Aye. Who's the one player from your playing days that you would always want to go on a night out with? Who's the one player you would pick?
Snoddy, brilliant man.
Is it aye?
So funny. Yeah, but even Snoddy's at all the time, even with it and a night out. Me and Snoddy have just got the exact same sense of humour and bounce off each other.
Just pure wind-up merchants.
Like, see like winding somebody up. The two will go like who you wind up without even talking to each other about it. You know what I mean?
Because you wouldn't do
that. Me and Snoddy used to. That was me and Snoddy. We did all the prankies. No, that was fucking amazing. That's
what I was going to say. Because Snoddy, I think it was on Soccer AM, and he was phoning people and doing all the pranks for Soccer AM. It's fucking brilliant, isn't he?
Snoddy's. But I said, see me, Snoddy, lived with me for 3 months. We used to get in, it's now my wee boy's room, but I didn't have a wee boy at the time, so it was Snoddy's room. And we used to get in that room for about 3 hours and just prank it everybody under the sun.
Pranky.
What were some of the prankies you done?
Honestly, we done that many, but I remember we pranked a guy called Colin Cram, right? We told him, he was still in Albion at the time, right? Absolutely loves a pound note, big Crammy, right? So we're the Bells Hill manager, and we'd like to sign, we'll give you $5,000 in your hand. Come meet us at the Hilton Hotel. So big Crammy's like, oh fucking happy days. I'm in here getting my fucking $5,000 a week. Yes, you're beauty. Big Crammy turns up looking about, and oh, that's us. We're here. Just pull up here. So Crammy pulls up beside us. We just jump at the motor. Like, oh, hey, all right, Crammy. What are you doing, big kid? He's turning up. I think he's getting 5 bags. Turns up. Me and Snoddy are waiting on him just to laugh at him.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Just to laugh at him. just for shits and giggles, man. Prankies used to do the best thing ever, man.
Honestly, since Scottish football, we done everything.
Who's the biggest player you done?
Not many we done.
But who's the biggest? Who would you go? You didn't do Larson, did you? Do Larson?
No.
Hartson?
Okay.
Larson never had a phone number.
I don't know. Larson. Aye. You need to get Larson be a carrier pigeon or something to pick them.
I think it was honestly that many we done, but I remember we did see Michael Gardine.
Aye. Ross County. Aye.
I remember we phoned him and says, I don't know, we were asking, I said, heard you been texting some bird?
Oh no.
Said we were some gangster from Glasgow. And I said, we're going to rip your legs off, we're going to break your legs. He's like, please, just leave me. He talks about it all the time. I had him absolutely shouting himself.
He was a Celtic youngster, wasn't he?
Aye.
Gardine. Was that around about the time when you was probably done him?
I played with him at Morton. I don't know if he was at Morton or he'd been back up at Ross County. But he thought some guy was coming with a hatchet to break his legs.
You would shite yourself, wouldn't you? Somebody phoned you for a random number.
Yeah.
Urquhart, see my mate Urquhart, if he's really good at it was never like that. It was just pure stupid prankies, but he was good at a wee prank phone call, man.
We used to give like proper interviews and all that.
Did you? Did you ever used to kid on you were a scout and all that? And like you said, you did, you get $5,000 a week.
Aye, used to kid on with reporters and everything, going for all interviews. And like, see if we were interviewing somebody, right? And I was talking to you, Kenny, right? So we're talking about, and we just like, aye, so what do you think of that, Kevin? And just call him around doing that, right? And then he'd like, and he would answer back, all right, cheers for that, you wank. Right?
Just pure stupidity. Just try to fill the day.
Aye, but they would just be pure puzzled like that. Because I remember.
What did you say there?
I bet this boy I played with Eddie, right? His name was Chris McMahon. We ended up calling him the Suit, right? Because I phoned him and we were to go to do like a cup draw at Hampden, right? And the secretary's like that, take young Chris, it'd be a great experience for him. I'm like, no bother, right? So obviously you just turn up in your normal clobber, they do the draw and then you fuck off him. So Chris phones me and he's like, Scotty, I have to come with you in the morning, pure buzzing. I was like, aye. I said, I'll just, because he used to travel with me, he says, I'll just pick you up in the morning. I was like, but you know it's a suit, don't you? And he's like, oh, is it? He's like, I haven't even got a suit. He's like, you have a suit, just put on your, like, because he was no longer at school, so just wear your school uniform, like, get a nice tie and you're brand new. So, see, in the mornings, right, I used to pick him up at his house, and it was me, Joe Cardle. We drove at Partick Thistle now, right? So we were like that to Joe. I was like, Joe, we're going to pick up me Chrissy. Says, and he was at me, Joe knew about it. I says, I've told him to wear this suit. So I said, I used to get him at his house, right? So see that morning, I text him saying, listen, we're running late. You'll need to come down the bottom of the street. Just so he couldn't run back in.
So can you get a beef and change, aye?
Aye, right. So picked him up and he's like that. Went in the bottom and his tyre. Then I wins or not. Right? In the tyre. Waiting to come in the motor. Honest to God. He's like that. Looking. He's like, where's your suits? Be like that. We're in the bag. Just fucking jump in. Not got the suits on the new, obviously. He's like, oh, all right. So then we went and met the other boys and they seen him turn up with a suit and like, what the fuck is going on here? So that was him. They called him the suit. See, we got to training. Kenny Black was like looking, right? Kenny Black was the manager and he's like looking at him with this suit on. We're like, aye, wee Chrissy boy just came straight for a night out. What about that? And I just like,
pure double barreled, man. Pure
he's like, no. He's like, no.
That's fucking brilliant. That is brilliant.
I love things that we've done that to a boy with a charity game. Like, we're all wearing suits for pictures and all that. Turned up my suit. Amazing, man. There's no better feeling. There isn't a better feeling somebody falling for something like that.
That wee buzz you get in it. See the same boy, but see the suit. The suit went on loan to Berwick Rangers. Right? He was a decent young player. He went on loan to Berwick Rangers and he won. It was like the league was sponsored by Brew.
Had to wear his suit. Yeah.
So at the time, I phoned. It was like, by the Chris McMahon, the suit. I said, "You've been playing a month." I said, "Phone him up and saying you're for Iron Brew and tell him he's won like a year's supply of Iron Brew, right?" So he phones him up and he's like, "How you doing, Chris? Just to let you know, you come to Hampden, you've obviously got your year's supply. Just try to fling it in pure casual." And he's like, "You joking me?" He's like, "I love Iron Brew." He's like, "Well, you've won a year's supply it." He's right, and Snoddy's like, "By the way, Iron Brew bars the lot. They're yours." Right? So he turns up, right? And we were in the motor when he's on the phone. He's like, "Okay, you supply Iron Brew. You supply Iron Brew. I need to go." So Snoddy's like, "Just ask at reception for Iron Brew." So he turned up and he was asking for his Iron Brew, and we're like, no idea what you're talking about, right? So when he came out the next day or whatever, he was telling us about it. So we were like, he's like, "I never got that Iron Brew. Like, I didn't know anything about it." I was like, "Your best phone, the guy you spoke to again, fucking give him a bell." She's like, I think I should, right? So he's phoned Snoddy again, and Snoddy's like, "You need to come back up. You spoke to the nine guy, he's nothing about it. We'll sort you." He's like, I've not got my motor today, I've not got a car today. Snoddy's like, "You got a bike?" He's like, "Aye." He's like, jump on that bike and get yourself up here.
No, man.
Right? It's not, they say to him, but hey, don't you be pulling skids about handling. Right? Right? But he says, no, I don't need the bike. He says, my dad's going to take me up, right? He says, I'll phone my dad. He says, I'll phone my dad and my dad will take me up, right? So Snoddy, right in the conversation, he goes like that, right? He says to him, we're in the morning, he goes, right, that's good, then you phone that wank and let me know. Right? So the suit's like this there, like covering the phone, he's like that. You just called my dad wank. Honestly, we were in fucking tears. Unbelievable, the suit wanting a year supply iron brew.
This man said, I brew bars a lot.
Iron brew bars, aye. So honestly, see that bit when he says to him, he says, I'll ask my dad, and he's like, alright, I know you phone that wank. You just called my dad wank. Pure fuck, you couldn't believe what you see.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. When did you eventually tell him? Did you tell him, or did he go up and fucking try and get his eyebrow bars?
By the way, it was that daft. Like, we were howling, like laughing, thinking he's obviously he obviously knows it's that. It's he's taking a piss taking you. But it was like didn't really click. But he was just must have really loved Iron Brew. He was just like determined to get there. But I think Snorri told him, listen, we can't get your supply, so we'll have a couple of bottles of Iron Brew waiting on you. And it was like, he was still like, should I do this? Should I know?
Went depressed for his full year's supply, man. I used to love Iron Brew bars, man. They were brilliant.
They were class, weren't they? Not as much as fucking him, but
as
much as the suit, man.
I've only ever done that.
No wet behind the ears.
We done it once to a boy. It was a Christmas night out. Oh no, it was my missus' leaving night and work, and we had told this one boy that everybody was wearing suits, and his best mate was going with him and all. So we're like,
is this wee Alex?
Yeah, Alex. Do you see it?
He's the nicest boy. No, but I just guessed because wee Alex is the nicest guy in the world.
He's the nicest boy in the world, but we knew he was the one that would fall for it. So we're all going to wear suits because it's a classy night. We're going to fucking social or something daft.
The garage.
So you need to wear a suit, aye. And he's like, right, okay. So his best mate, Tommy, he was coming with us. He worked with us and all. So he turned up with a shirt. He had a shirt on and jeans. And so Alex is like, hold on a minute, like, you've not got a suit on? And he's like, I can't wear suits, like I get uncomfortable and all that. So then we're standing outside, it's a German beer hall.
The German brew house?
No, it's beer hall, just across from TGI's. We're all sitting outside and fucking he rocks up with a suit on. I swear to God, see his face. It's the best feeling you'll ever get in your life.
Some of the wee Alex is just so nice. I like to get a guy that's difficult to get. You know what I mean?
I done a boy up at I was at Queen of the South and we were playing Aberdeen away in the cup. And it was his first trip away, right? And Gus McPherson was the manager, Andy Milne was the assistant. So we were up on the Friday night to stay over. And so we Gus had arranged like a quiz for all the boys just before they were up to bed and that. So I get wee boy Jim Atkinson's number. He was only like 17 at the time. And a good wee goalie actually, right? Wee sub goalie. So I phoned him and I said it was Andy Milne, right? I was like, Jimbo, it's Andy here. Bring your gloves, bring your boots down to the quiz. Jim Layton's coming to do about handling me in the car park. Right? By the way, so I was like that. Right? He's like, oh, no problem, Andy, thank you. Right? So I was waiting. We were all waiting down the street of this quiz, right? Like, surely he's not going to turn up here. Fair enough. Walks in with the goalie gloves and the boots under his arm. I think he was going to do a bit of handling with Jim in the car park.
Oh God!
Honestly, brilliant. His name was Jim Atkinson. He was using Jim Layton for his base.
What was the hang on open goal where managers used to stop it roundabouts and pretend they like corner kicks and all that?
I'm sure that was DeCano done that or something.
He's gone. DeCano used to pop to roundabouts and pretend, right, jump off, boys. Right, get the ball in. No, a wee bit higher. Just imaginary. So imaginary.
He's a fucking
Surely
nutcase.
our manager's that are taking the
Oh
piss.
no, that was Martin Allen. I'm sure that was Martin Allen
Is
that
it?
done that. He's a mad Cockney guy. I'm sure Martin Allen.
But just
It was-
to even
It was the
do that to a
Canio.
full. No.
I'm sure it was
No.
Martin Allen. Martin Allen was MK Don. His kid knowing he was sitting in, he's like, nah, put a bit more on it.
That's right.
Surely our manager. Surely our manager's taking the piss at everybody there and looking for somebody to go, right, you're taking the piss.
What's going on here?
You know that, or he's fucking
I
off.
love
He's not.
that.
It's brilliant.
I
isn't it?
used my favourite.
Oh. But you never
Hey,
think
what
that
else,
people,
Scotty, man? Geese Mayer.
no, but you never think that somebody who's in either you, Snoddy, one of these sort of players' teams. See when you get a phone call, surely you must think that's one of them at the wind up here. But I'm not going to do any of this.
If you don't know them well enough, but you would.
I think because we'd done it, see the people that played in the same team as us, they all kind of knew it was us, right? But we used to phone, nobody was off limits, we'd phone MD.
MD get your number. Get MD's number.
Aye. Honestly, we phoned Snoddy's uncle one time, right? Shuggy. That is legendary. We phoned Shuggy, right, and says, how you doing? We used to play fives, me, Snoddy, and his uncle and all that, up White Hill School indoors. So like, Shuggy, how you doing? It's Robert here. Just to let you know, you're not playing fives anymore, you're fucking shite. I'm bringing my mate. Shuggy loved these five. I just want to ring my five. He's like, that'll be fucking right, I'll not be going anywhere. Like, listen, I'm going to come through your fucking door. Chuggy goes like, is that right? Aye, I'm going up the house now. I'll be waiting you with a fucking hatchet. Right, so like, aye, so you will. So me and Snoddy went up to the door. And we'd I don't know, we'd these new linen masks for somewhere, right? Me and Snoddy did linen masks on. Right, at his uncle's window, banging the window. We pulled the headdress off my motor and we're banging his window with the headdress. By the way, sure enough, but Snoddy's Uncle Shug comes to the window with a hatchet like that. Fucking, honestly, unbelievable. He was trying to chase us. There's that wee bridge down the boat and he's fucking trying to chase us over the bridge with a hatchet.
Would I give a fives?
Would I give him a five? By the wee guy Robert. This wee guy Robert used to play fives. He was the quietest wee guy ever. But we said we're going to rip Shuggy's stuff. But it was pish and we'll take his place.
Oh, fucking hell.
So what happened when he actually got a game of fives and he's were all playing? Did he just split his in two now?
He brought his hatchet.
No, he doesn't. He was high. No, we ended up like when he was chasing us down the bridge. We're like, Shuggy, what are you doing? It's us. And he was fucking brand new.
Oh, it's just a fake hatchet anyway. It's just a joke.
Oh, it's brilliant, man. I can't
believe how.
Chatting the windy with a hatchet.
Hello.
Don't believe some of this shit happens, though, man. It's funny, innit? Like, that's why something like open goal as well, especially talking to football players, because when you hear all these stories, you never think, like, if you watch a Celtic game, right, on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever, and you look at Scott Brown, right, he's probably one of the biggest wind-up merchants or a bit of a character, but you never see that side of him as a fan. You know what I mean? So it's brilliant to hear these sort of stories, man. It's
when you see him in the park, he looks like the biggest, angriest, best person. It was the biggest prank you ever done. So I was watching. Obviously, it's nothing to do with football, but do you remember the Undertaker for wrestling? You know the Undertaker, didn't you?
I stuck a bit.
I'm not going to go. I know I'm not going to go anywhere wild with it. But he's obviously done wrestling for 20 odd years, never really done interviews. So in the last year, he's doing interviews, and the guys asked him, like, what happens in the locker rooms? Like, who winds who up? And he's like, it just used to be a bit mad. Like, everybody used to wind everybody up, but there's certain people you wouldn't push too far because sometimes they wouldn't get away with it these days. That you come into your training the next day and then your locker, they'd be like, and the head of an animal in your locker. And the guy's kind of like that. What? He's like, aye, there was people who just wouldn't wind up because this was the sort of retaliation you were getting. So you just that would we
Michael Gardine shatting me Bobby Lynn's he got a brand new pair of Nike trainers, right? And me Midge just to ride them on, we're like, go fucking do it. So he grabbed his brand new pair of Nike trainers and he shat like that.
Oh, man.
Was that a solid? Was that a solid one? Or?
Proper
Is that
log.
ghosty, mate? What a load.
Proper log.
A size 8 shite he done.
Honestly.
Toe to heel.
It was the far off. Had a thick heel on it. It was like a size 9. Size 7s.
Had to stand off it. Had to pull the shoe away. So pulling an ice cream cone.
Honestly, it was unbelievable. So funny.
Some of the shit, I bet you, Scotty, know, like, see the way football's gone now. Obviously, you'll be able to tell a bit better, but see with some of the stories that you hear from back in the day and whatever, do you think that stuff can happen now?
Nah. We see the physio when we were at Airdrie. We grabbed them, right? Got zip ties, right? Zip tied his hands together, zip tied his legs together. Fucked him in boy's boot. And we drove like down to training, like we trained like right next to the stadium, drove down to like right next to the goal post, just opened the boot and just flung him on. He was lying beside the post, like tied up, was it tied in that one?
I think that's what makes football, man. I think that's what makes it so much fun.
Unbelievable. Right?
Really, I see the shite in the shoe, man. That would freak me out. It would really freak me out.
We Bobby Lynn was fucking fuming, by the way. Absolutely.
Kenny, you're the kind of guy that they would date to because it freaks you out. That's why.
I would
But
honestly.
the thing is, he just got
I'd just give him one shoe. I'd give him one shoe.
Wee Lynn, he was flashing them off, so we're like, oh, that midge fucking going
Dick. Aye.
Go and shout.
Go and shine them. But David, aye, here, there's a sensible thing to do. No, don't put them in the freezer or anything like that. Don't wet them and put them in the freezer. Shiting them. Yeah, how taking the what do you do with that? Like, you can't wear them again, can you? You don't walk up to the toilet like that. Get my shoe.
I stick them in the washing machine. Am I going to wash them for me? No.
I mean, there's stuff that I can't even tell you that's happening.
Aye. Oh, aye, we'll tell that after.
Aye.
I just think something about football players and shite. It seems to be.
It's mad. It is. It's just crazy.
It's weird.
See that wee physio, right? That wee physio. I remember we used to see if somebody was injured, right, and the physio would set up all their wee cones and poles and all that, right? So we were running with the warm up, he's going to wreck all his cones and that and fling his poles away. I remember, but see the poles like sticking in the ground.
Aye.
And they got a massive point.
Javelins.
By the way, lost the plot one day and swung it. Nearly took Big Boy Bobby Donnelly's stuff. So Big Bobby Donnelly was going to kill, right? So we got back into the changing room. I've been winding up Big Bobby the full times, like, Bobby, you better not let this go. So Bard's straight into the changing room, ready to go for the wee physio. He's just done that, pulled his door shut and locked the door. Right, so we had one of the boys in, it was Paul the Giacomo. Giacomo was in getting treatment. You could look through the keyhole and see what he was up to. So I looked through the keyhole, right? The wee physio was just sitting at the door with a pole, just pointing it, right? Well, Jacko was sitting in the physio bed reading the Daily Record like that. Honestly, it was unbelievable.
So strange. It's a pure strange thing to see.
Sitting on a seat with a pole, just waiting. So when he comes in here, they're getting him.
Oh,
fucking brilliant.
I think that's like elite sports is where you're only getting away with this sort of stuff. Like everyday life.
They were seeing the middle of the dressing room used to be this big massive jacuzzi, right? See for like ice baths and all that.
Mm-hmm.
On a daily basis, the wee physio used to get fucking launched right in. Just fully clothed. And you get daft it.
Who that's pure physio, man. I hope they've been on to better things. Like they deserve to not get.
But I remember, right, I used to do
daily.
I used to do speedball, right, and I was really good at speedball. So one time the boys were like, Scotty, no, wee guy Mick, wee physio is like that. By the way, I'll fight somebody about my size, right? I wasn't
a boxer.
I wasn't a boxer, never played a boxer, but I had like good hands and that. So he's like, I'll fight Scotty. So the boys were like, Scotty, please fight him. So they brought in the big 15-inch gloves. And honestly, went in a wee spar, right? I've just let him just like land a couple of jabs and I was absolutely annihilated him.
Why would you do that?
Just let him. He was the one that was getting it on the big one.
No, you battering him, but what I'm saying is as if he's trying to make a name for himself. What
exactly, bring it on himself.
Aye, what purpose have you got for saying that?
But honestly, every day we were on that big circle too. So
that's where going to secondary school. Remember, secondary school needs to be a fight.
So every time he kind of got a couple, and he was like that. He was just getting shoved back on his feet to take another 10 rapid.
10 rapid.
But the gloves are massive, so it was like getting
like thuds, man.
Like punched with a cushion all the time. Not me.
Aye. How many rounds did you go? Just the one.
Oh, I think it lasted 30 seconds or something like that. You just get absolutely... I was just like, right, I'm on a speedball here. Bang, 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 bang.
Surely, Scotty, obviously with the whole retirement thing, surely that's one thing that you miss is the changing room stuff.
The banter, innit?
That's the only thing I've all missed, see, like the changing room. But see the new, that's why I'm no miss. It's because they're not in the changing room or that. There's no TK.
Oh, of course, aye.
So that's the thing I will miss. Like, I just love in the changing room. I just love, like, I would always get a good seat, right? So I could see the full room and just
get in a wee corner, just start stirring porridge and just annoying people and
laugh, aye. But again in team talks, but I used to love like catching, seeing the managers doing a team talk, right? I used to just love like catching like boys' eyes and just giving that one to the manager as a
wank.
Right? Remember you're in school and you used to teach him, make it. But see, the thing is, there's nothing they can do. I don't laugh, so see when they go, the manager will just be looking at them like, what are you laughing at? Like, oh, nothing, man. Just a wee guy. Honestly, this wee guy called Tam Hallam, brilliant boy. But see, it was middle of summer, he'd be sitting just snooping that one. Just so
can he get caught
because
laughing?
He couldn't see if he eyeballed me, he would just pass himself laughing. Or I used to see if a manager was talking, I'd look straight in their eyes and like nod. Just so other people could see me, what I was doing, and then just stare at them like that. Just stare at them, and then he would just go.
Oh, see, I've not got a bottle for that, man. I'd just crumble. I'd be one of the ones who would get man.
Imagine if we managed you. I'd be a graft them.
Oh man, my cheeks are fucking killing me.
I know.
Oh, brilliant.
But I remember the Ayr United manager was a guy called Brian Reid, right? And see with Stuart Bannigan, he plays with Thistle now.
Aye.
He came on loan to Ayr, right? But me and my mate Mark Roberts, we used to sit either side of him. He was just a young boy, and everything the manager said, we used to just nudge him with our elbows constantly. He'd go every single team talk. But I remember one time, but Brian Reid, right at the end of his team talk, we were playing Forfar away, right? And he just said, honestly, like, right boys, let's get into these dicks. And me Stuart Bannigan, 18, just went, burst, like proper burst out laughing. What fuck you laughing at, Banzo?
Oh man. Just wish I could be a part of something like that. I think things like that are amazing, aren't they?
I used to love that. Was the best thing about
when you played football.
When I played football, because I'm fucking.
Well, you've not played. I'm not saying you've retired, Gav. That'll be a bigger announcement than Scotty's, but you're not playing football now, so.
I know, not like to play football. I'm the same as you, Scotty. Though I know it's obviously levels in that, but I don't want to be able to turn up in my strip. Fuck that! Like, you want to go in, you want to get a laugh, you want to go in for a shower.
See, like I always say, right? See that football, right? See the memories you've got with people. It's no the games. It's nights or in the change room or something that's happened at a training night or something like that. That's the memories you always remember. Like, you don't see if you sit up and you meet up as a team and have a beer. You don't sit and go, oh, I remember that game we won that. And maybe talk about that for a couple of minutes, but carry on, know what I mean, and just daft things you've all done together.
Aye, because that game will remind you, but you go, aye, but remember we done that to thingy that night? Oh,
aye.
That game might spur a memory.
My mate, Mark Roberts, right? And we were talking about night suit. This is a good night suit story. We were in, this was like Barbuda, right? This was about 10 years ago, right? And Barcelona were on, right? So see, every time Barcelona were like doing all the passing, right? We were like, ole, ole, ole.
Aye.
Right? So the barman was like, right, calm down, you need to calm down, right? So me and my mate Marco decided, right, every time we drank a drink, we would just smash it in the floor, right?
But the glass?
So, aye. So every drink we drank, we just smashed it in the floor. But we're all still in a big crowd. Like, ole! Bang, another one down. I swear to God, me and Marco were stoning like, honestly, it was like a big sheet of glass, just remember our glasses with, right? But we had the full pub getting it ole, right? It was like, right, one more and you need to go. We're like, right, fuck it, we'll get one more drink anyway. We'll drink it, we'll get to talk. But we're shouting, ole, we're like, by the way, how good would it be if Barca scored here? And we're like, by this will be fucking, sure enough, Barca scored. Like, ole! Almost everywhere, right? Right, out you go. I swear to God, see me turn round, me and Marco, I don't know how much fucking glass was in the flare. Just pure that, I mean, ridiculous. Shocking, right? But just at the time, you just thought, oh, just
swimming in broken glass.
Aye. And then we went up to Mosquito, right? And the Barcelona game had been on, and it was Real Madrid game as well. It was quite busy. And I just decided, I was like, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I just walked about turning all the tailies off.
No, oh man.
So it was, walked out turning all the tailies off. And the guy kept coming down to the bar. And I was like, look, I just fucking have a tailor on, right? Just turn them all back on again. And then I would just walk round, turn them all back off. But it was like a big game. It was like, Real Madrid, you're led. Or something like that.
Big derby.
And all that.
Oh, fucking hell. Like, why did you never get a doing? Did you never get a pure doing or anything like that? No?
No.
Pure likeable guy.
You see the thing is, see like that, see you're talking about doing, I would never get, like, people want to I would wind people up, like, people would have, you know, but I was nice, I wasn't like, I know that sounds crazy.
I bet everybody's seeing the funny side of things that you're doing, they're not going,
like, I'm not doing anything out of badness, I'm doing everything just laugh for the boys and get a good carry on that, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
That's brilliant, man. That's brilliant.
I wouldn't even think anything that. That's where I'd be like, oh, look at him. That's amazing, isn't it? Look, he's turned the telly off. How's nobody seen him turn the tellies off? Like, how's nobody approached him and said,
they probably just thought he worked there.
Stop turning the tellies off.
But it was like pure, but it wasn't even like sneaky, I was just like pure brazen about it. But I think that's why, see, because I was that brazen about it. People like, oh, I just got to turn the tellies off.
There's Scotty doing his bit for environment, look.
Aye.
Saving energy. Aye. Brilliant, man. Fucking brilliant.
Just quickly before I don't know if I finished up or no, I could sit here all night listening. See David Beckham that have got a £16 million Netflix series coming. Have you not heard this? No? I thought this would have been a bit old news. This came out on the 30th of October.
David Beckham.
No, never seen before home videos in a £16 million Netflix documentary about his life.
You seen Leslie's walking about mosquito turning tellies off? I'm not really watching.
That's what spiked, like, peaked me. I was like, fuck, that's right. He was doing that night, wasn't he?
He was there. No, he's like, Scotty, fucking back on.
Aye, but David Beckham is why they my fancy remotes that works in every telly. £5 ones you get.
£5 ones.
He was scooting
Universal remotes.
Aye, Universal.
Gary Neville was out in the Prius just tooting his horn.
Aye, going, don't do it. Aye, no, do a bit for the environment, David. All TV's
well done,
off.
Scotty, well done.
Scotty's done 20 the night. How many have you done, David? So aye, £16 million for never seen before footage of David Beckham's life, man.
Some money maker, isn't he?
Aye. How much you getting for Netflix, Scotty?
Still negotiating the owner.
Quite right. Aye.
I want to follow him about for a week.
That's it. Make them sweat.
They can't catch me in my run, but so that's how it's. So
yeah, I can't believe you're running at 17 point something kilometres an hour.
17.2, I think it was 17.3.
How tall are you, Scotty? Are you 5'10" or something?
5'9".
5'9".
I think after a certain height, you don't need to know your exact height. Huh?
Aye, mate, we've said this about 15 times, right?
I know.
Because I'm fucking small. Cut out.
Well, you get still what?
Still sexy, Gav, but you look at you, man.
I've not had a shave in about 2 weeks, mate, so...
We're on lockdown now. We're on lockdown 2.0.
I'm no.
You're you're up in big... what was it
Granite
called?
City.
The Granite City.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen. Mate,
I said he was in contact with Nicola Sturgeon, Scotty here. She's like, listen, Glasgow, lockdown.
Head up.
Get out now. Get out. Sorry, Nicola, cheers, thank you.
You ever played with any of the boys from up north, Scotty? The accents? Fucking hell.
Oh, mental, innit? Like, so hard to understand.
But you go for like, so I'm working with people I know who are, they've just got a wee twang, right? But then they've got to see the older generation. Like, they've got this totally different accent. There's like proper Chukter accents.
Aye,
Is
well,
that difficult, Gav? Aye, really?
Aye.
I played with Peterhead and it was
Oh, mate.
just, see that accent, it was just that different.
Aye. But I think that's
Right,
Aberdeen,
go,
Aberdeen
geese,
0.5.
Give your best rendition in the accent. Shut up, you phone. Give your best. I don't know, but give me your best Aberdeen accent. We'll see if he comes back and then he can do, man.
Maybe.
Aye, because Scotty's not here, so nobody else here, okay? It's just me and you.
He's still here, he's just not got his video on.
That's fine. Right, go. You do it. Because he didn't want to do it. Scotty didn't want to do his accent. So you give me the best Aberdeen that you've had.
When you give me a sentence, what am I going to say?
Say, I'm here to join your gym. I'm here to join gym.
I'm here to join the gym, mate.
Is it like that? Is it a wee bit?
That was a terrible one, to be fair.
Was it?
Aye.
Oh, right. Well, Scotty must be bedtime.
Cut off, mate. Battery's dead.
Oh, well. That's a good way to end it then, isn't it?
There we go.
Right, Scotty, if you'll watch us, thanks for being here, mate. I appreciate it.
His battery's dead, but he's texted me.
So he's said bye in his own special way.
Aye. Right, anyway. Right, Kenny, catch you soon, mate.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, aye.
Gav, see you soon. Enjoy Aberdeen, mate.
See, aye. I'm back tomorrow, mate.